Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah.
Jabes.
Ross.
Kind of a rainy Monday morning.
We'll see how it goes.
It's been raining for a week here.
Yeah, and it's going to rain for a couple more
Is it
weeks.
really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
You're kidding.
No, well, I mean, I guess
Is that real?
No, it's supposed to be nice Thursday.
It's coming down in buckets, kids. That's the reason I bring it up, is if you're watching on YouTube's live with us right now, you might notice there's some rain all over Daddy. Huh?
Is there You're stupid.
I'm drenched. Oh,
You're
I'm wet.
Stupid.
I'm soaking wet from all the rain. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I was running between the puddles just to get in today.
Oh God.
I know.
Gosh,
I need
nothing
to
sexier.
shake it off. You know,
Nothing sexier when you do
I was
when you do
tiptoeing.
that.
I was tiptoeing through the rain. Ooh,
Love it.
don't want to get muddy. My sandals, my high heels. I don't want to get them all dirty.
Gets me hot. Real hot when you talk like that. I'm the kind of tired that's like cracked out a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. And then I also took crack. I also did some crack too.
Okay. Well, I mean, it makes more sense.
Because I was so tired and cracked out, and then I was like, okay, let me do some crack. How do you smoke it?
Yeah, you smoke it.
And so then I smoked some crack, you know.
Yeah.
And so now I'm tired, cracked out.
You went mom hard last night.
Last night, no.
Yeah,
but
dude,
a
you guys were out
couple
till
nights.
like 11 with the children.
Yeah, but like it wasn't hardcore drinking and stuff. It was like
okay.
kids playing and not wanting to leave and crying, and I'm like feeling bad. I don't know why, but
I don't know why adults. Well, I guess I don't know why I assume that adults like together in a place aren't drinking past like, I don't know, 6 p.m.
I mean we're drinking, but it's like
There it
beer, wine.
all right, sure.
You know what I mean? Not like
Sure.
crazy, and you have kids there, so you're not
'Cause,
pounded.
look, we should tell the audience you were doing fireball shots on Friday night.
I did fireball shots on Friday.
Yeah.
I will not do that again. And there's a reason why.
So says you.
I don't. No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't do shots, though.
Okay.
You know that. Because then the next day, everyone was, like, still doing them. And I'm like, no, handing them off to everyone. I was like, no.
Is that a
no.
new thing, the buckets of shots, the fireball?
I'm sure it's not, but
I've
it's
never seen them in its own bucket. Where
the
it's like,
fireball
oh,
bucket.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
They just want to make it fun for kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't dislike it. I think it's a flirty little invention.
It is.
But I wonder who was like, man, how do we sell a shit ton of airplane bottles worth of shots of fireball to people? I know. Let's put them in a plastic bucket. And just
call
carry the
them
bucket.
Fireball bucket.
Fireball bucket.
Yeah. It was. I'd never seen it before either.
I hadn't either.
But,
I haven't seen anybody drink Fireball in a very long time.
Well, no.
Yeah. When's your last Fireball experience?
It's a thing. It's a mom thing.
10 years ago for me.
No.
I haven't seen Fireball in 10 years.
It's a here thing. Like for
in North Carolina?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a girl thing. It's a mom thing.
Oof.
It's easy to drink.
It's not that easy to drink.
Scary. Scary how easy they go down if they're real cold, too.
If they're real cold, like freezing cold, fine.
Freezing cold, sweet little cinnamon shot.
Oof, I can taste it right now. Anybody who's listening right now, you can taste it in your mouth. Right now, you can taste that Fireball shot right in your mouth right now.
Yeah, Brooke's,
right in the back of your
Brooke's
throat.
on the board. She
She's
knows
a
what we're
Fireball
talking
girl.
about.
Yeah,
she
she's a
knows
big
what we're
Fireball
talking
girl.
about.
And I get it. It's also a Louisiana thing. When I was at LSU, everybody was doing Fireball shots, like down luges and stuff.
Okay.
And that was my first foray down to a rager at LSU.
Now
and
you know.
yeah, so in that ice luge that I was talking about last week, it was Fireball and Jägermeister. Those were the two shots of choice. And I was like, neither are good options for starting a day. Yeah. Now, if you wonder why everybody talks like that, it's not even a Cajun thing. Everybody's just so fucking trashed. That's the only thing that they can possibly squeeze out of their mouth.
Sure.
Is
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's Cajun. If you're watching at home, go ahead and hammer that like button. Let's try to beat this algorithm. Get us to the top of the charts, Jabes. Top of the pops. I'm tired of snitches. Jabes.
What's up?
Watch that.
I mean, we've always been, but.
Yeah, but even more so now where it's like, man, everybody's just a fucking cocksucker. Every single person out there. I'm tired of it. You did this, did that, and blah, blah, blah. And everybody's angry or pissed or mad about something.
But this is why I don't really. What?
Just the whole fucking thing, man.
This is why I don't really believe that, like, if the moon landing wasn't real, people wouldn't know about it. If whatever happened with JFK, because, like, no one can fucking keep their mouth shut ever.
Yeah.
Right? As soon, I mean,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we had a guest on Drinkin Bros.
That.
We had a guest on I think it was Alex Jones, and he was trying to sell me on this 9/11 conspiracy that Bush, it was an inside job.
Please, though.
No, dude. No one can keep a secret, and Bush was too fucking dumb to do that. There's no way. There's no possible way that all of those dummies would have kept a secret like 9/11. Not a prayer.
And Lance Armstrong knows what we're talking about, too.
Yeah, dude.
Now, that guy could keep a motherfucking secret,
I know.
dude.
I just,
Jesus.
everything that's going on in the world today, it's just one side or the other, and everybody's got a shitty story about it and everything else. My hometown over the weekend, there was another guy, a black guy killed in Atlanta at a Wendy's, and they burned down the fucking Wendy's. I watched this security the body cam footage of this. So the guy falls, he's out cold, drunk, hammered, in the drive-thru of Wendy's.
Okay.
No one can get around. I mean, he's in it, like in the drive-thru, blacked out.
Sure.
Cops come up to the car.
Been there.
Yeah. Never been there. Imagine blacking out in line.
Not in line, but I had just gotten a Del Taco burger, but go ahead.
In line. Like, I hadn't even gone to the window yet, right? Get this guy to the car.
I just see how it could happen, but yeah.
Yeah. Get this guy to the car, and, he's housed, and they're going to arrest him. He resists, starts punching the fucking cops and shit.
And stole the taser, I think.
Stole the taser, shot the officer with the taser, and then turned toward the other officer to shoot the taser at him, and then he got shot and was like, they were worried about what he was going to do running through the streets with a fucking police taser. And it's like, at some point, you've got to draw the line and be like, hey, man, you can't resist arrest, beat up the cops, take their tasers, shoot them with the tasers and expect nothing to happen at that point. And I'm just like, both sides are fighting over what's right and what's wrong in all this. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. And
I think the
snitchery, by the way, was so quick that the cops, the fastest I've ever seen the cops release the body cam footage. And they were just like, let's get this out there. Fuck it. Because it's going to be one person's video against another now.
Right.
And the chief of police, who was a black guy in Atlanta, this is in my town, he quit immediately and was just like, man, I'm all fucking done here. If you're a cop and people are trying to fucking shoot you and knock you the fuck out and all this other stuff, like we're all done with this now. It's just the fucking snitchery, dude, all the way around. My video versus your video and all this other shit.
I think it's just that he was shot in the back 2 times, which if you're shooting someone in the back, they're not.
Well, here's the thing. If you watch the body cam footage, he had turned and shot the other officer with a taser, and he was turning again to shoot the other officer, and it was just like, yeah, it was over his shoulder. I mean, fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
Homeboy got, the first police officer got shocked the shit out of. Like, who knows? And that's too tough of a call. It's too dangerous of a job to be a cop. And there's been a lot of people shitting on cops these days, and it's going to continue. This is one case where I'm like, I don't know what the fucking answer is with this, man. All I can say is this. Every time I've been pulled over by a cop, I do exactly what the fuck they tell me to, because I realize how dangerous their job is too. And it's like, let's try to move on with our lives, for Christ's sakes. But it's the cameras and the snitchery of it and all of it. And then last night, watched the McGwire Sosa doc, right?
Yeah.
Snitcheries.
And like, it's interesting how they did the documentary, right? Where they really did. They played up this like majesty of it and the heroism, and like we were all like brought together, and it was like so fucking great, and like, my God, superheroes exist.
Yeah.
And then at the very last
12 minutes of a 2-hour doc, they were like,
they talk about,
well, they did steroids.
The steroids. And like, I just wish we could have, like, the first part could have been real. I guess it wasn't, but like, why can't we just believe in miracles? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know. I know. I'm with you. And like, so I remember when this was happening because I was going to the game.
Right.
I'm not sure where I told the story, if it was here or some other show, but I had tickets to the game after McGwire broke the record. And it was the home run chase of Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire in 1998. I had tickets to the game after because you're trying to guess which game he was going to do it. And we got seats in like left field and center field to try to get the ball because we knew the ball was going to be worth like $1 million, right? And it was fun. Like everybody was caught up in the magic of it. We were watching it the entire summer. Baseball had already shit itself because they had a strike that just ended a season and didn't. They were having problems getting fans back into the games, and then these two guys come around and just start ripping home runs, going for the record. I didn't want to know about the steroid thing. Like, keep it to yourself, you fucking snitches.
But I've gone on record saying that I want them all to be on. I want all my sports heroes to be on steroids.
Or I just want to, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to fucking know about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day.
Except for like UFC, things like this. Football probably wouldn't be a good one. Yeah, but ones where like people can get really hurt if someone has an edge, like die.
Well, that's what we came for, you know?
Okay, so as long as it's not in like UFC or like places where people can die, and probably NFL, everywhere else, I'm really okay with like seeing insane records being broken and just being like, maybe it was just God-given, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing we were talking about last night too is that you also have to be very good in order for these performance-enhancing drugs to get you to that level.
Yeah.
Like, you have to just be like just under it, or like have that killer mentality and drive, and you have to be willing to like work out every single day, all of that, and like kill people to get where.
Yeah. I mean, the best example is Ozzy Canseco and his brother Jose.
Sure.
Now, Ozzy is the identical twin of Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco went on to hit 500 home runs. Ozzy hit about 4.
Right.
They're
Same
identical
drugs,
twins.
yeah.
Same drugs, worked out together, everything else. It is impossible to go up to the plate and hit a home run night after night. I remember how exciting all of this was. And I want to point out, steroids were legal at the time.
Right.
There wasn't a test for those. It wasn't on the banned list. So you can say whatever you want, but then to trot these guys out in front of Congress and do the whole fucking charade when it was just like, you know, the nation was caught up in the magic of this, and fuck off. Same with the Lance Armstrong thing.
Yeah, like I just never understood at the time. I'm like, and that's like illegal, or?
It wasn't illegal.
Right.
And that's the thing. They didn't get anything from it. Like, you know, as far as like suspension-wise or.
Right. Criminal.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. They got nothing. All they'd do was go
Lance
to Congress.
was going to, and that I didn't understand, but.
You know, I think because there was like they were getting paid by the government to represent the U.S. or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Either way, I hope we get to have Lance Armstrong on the show. We've been close, and on Drinkin Bros, and I would love to just sit and chat with him and be like, hey man, if you just would have sat out after that 8th one and never came back, you could have gotten away with the whole goddamn thing.
I'll tell you what he's gonna say.
What?
I regret nothing. I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm not going to say it again, but I wouldn't change a thing. I do want to talk to him too. I don't know where the conversation will ultimately go, and what he seems that was another documentary that we watched that I really liked. I thought it was amazing, and I don't really like that guy.
Yeah.
But it was done really well, and he seems to be coming to some kind of terms with the asshole that he is, right?
Right.
And said it many times.
Right.
That, to me, for what he did, just on the performance-enhancing drug part of it, he really did go through a lot because of that.
Yeah, I just
the way that he treated people after was the horrible part, right? To cover up his shit.
He's a real piece of shit, but
yeah, but he's the master at fucking covering it up. That's what you guys should be doing. Just deny, dude.
Best the best. But like the McGwire Sosa thing last night, it was. I remember that period of time, and it was so fun. And it was like, man, I didn't want to know about the fucking the snitches and all of that. I didn't want to know about it. I don't care. And now it fucking dirties the whole thing. So now when I think about it, all I think of is them on steroids. And it was just like, man, I don't want to fucking hear about all that shit. If something cool happens in America, can we just leave it? Do we have to just constantly dig and dig and dig until the person becomes so shitty that you hate them and hate their whole story and hate everything about them? Like, it's just a country full of fucking snitches at this point. I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, everything we do, you did this, and fuck you guys. You know, I'm just sick of it. I was also pissed that the documentary sucked, but that's another story.
Yeah.
But it was a nice little YouTube course on what happened in '98 with the home runs. Another thing they didn't touch on was why Sammy Sosa's white now. Love to hear that one. You know? Hey, man, do you remember when you were super dark and now you're white, like Michael Jackson white? What did you do there? Because I'm not even concerned about the steroids.
Right.
I'm concerned of whatever you put on your skin to make it that color. And nobody said anything to you, like in person?
It's the lightening cream, for sure.
It's a lightning cream, huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Lightning cream.
It's a you know
I'm
what I mean?
sorry. I thought you meant like thunder and lightning.
No, like a lightening.
It was like a brand of like
lightning cream. It's lightning cream.
Bang bang.
Yeah, I use the opposite of that. Yeah. I use thunder cream.
Yikes! Put that picture up if you can, Alec, on the screen. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
put it up.
It could be a number of things.
Oof! Look at that, dude. Just let that sit and live in your mind.
Could be a number
creepy,
of things,
isn't it? It reminds me of.
Well, it's also just like
a horror
hat
film
and the thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
And that's the thing is like I didn't think Sammy Sosa was a bad-looking dude. I'm not sure why he did this to himself. Is this up for the whole audience to see right now? Ugh, gosh, good because I want them to live with it as well.
We don't know though if he had like the thing
to
that
live with it as well.
Michael Jackson had. What is it?
No one has that. I don't believe Michael Jackson had that.
Cream he uses that includes bleach.
Bleach, a practice that has garnered criticism and jokes on social media. He said in the past that his skin carries a different appearance now because of a cream that he uses, including bleach. Okay.
Well, he says it.
At least he admitted it. I don't know why I didn't talk about it last night. It's a bleaching cream that I apply before going to bed, and it whitens my skin some. What happened is I'd been using the cream for a long period of time, and that combined with the bright TV lights made my face look whiter than it really is. I don't think I look like Michael Jackson. You do, but that's okay. At least he's coming out and saying what it is, you know? So, fuck it. That and the little cowboy
that's a funny one.
Marriage photo that he did with his wife was a fun
whatever.
Thing
if he's saying it, I don't fucking care what he does with his skin.
He is. And the weird thing is like he hasn't been back to the Chicago in like a decade with the Cubs. They want him to apologize for doing steroids, and he's like, no, everybody else was doing it. Fuck you.
Nice.
So it's weird, man, because he was like a hero of that town. Chicago, before then, like they had the Bulls, and then Sosa was there, and that became a fun team. They ended up winning a World Series later on. Not with Sammy Sosa, but that certainly started to lay the groundwork of like, all right, Cubs aren't shitty anymore, and it's a fun place to play.
Sure.
So yeah, man, but it's just the snitches in every form of life right now. Just so goddamn tired of it. Little things too, HOAs and things like that. Me. Did you get an email because my car was in the fucking street?
Yeah, get one immediately. Immediately.
Who does that?
I think her name is Linda.
Okay.
And everyone in
you know what's weird?
Everyone has a Linda. And whether it's Linda or Karen, I'm not sure, but like everyone has one. And they just take it upon themselves they're on the board usually.
You know what's funny? The other house is the condo is a fucking Linda too. She's the head of that goddamn thing. It's always a Linda.
Blam.
So if it's Karens out in the street, right, creating havoc with fucking hammers and choking dogs.
Susan's in the sheets.
Susan's in the sheets, and then Linda's on the HOAs.
Yeah.
We pretty much got
we got it covered. Snitch wise. Yeah, snitch wise.
Covered snitch wise. God bless it, man. I'm so fucking over the snitchery.
Well, they are saying that this is the time of the Karen. This is the era of the Karen because there's
the dawn of Karen.
Yeah, just they're being reawakened in a way that like we haven't seen in a while because there's so many. I saw this post from like a restaurant that, you know, the Karens are in full force now as far as like talking to managers about cleanliness and if they do this and this and if the mask and I didn't see you wearing a mask and is that person, you know, so they have a whole nother crusade to take up. And they're very happy about it.
I will say this. Today was the first day I walked into a grocery store where there wasn't someone standing there wiping down every square inch of a cart for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They
they're
might have
over
been.
it.
Oh, okay.
They're over it, which I like to see.
Oh.
I'm just let's check out of all of that.
Yeah.
At this point, we're either getting it or we're not getting it, and we can move on with our fucking lives.
Yeah.
In this state, boy, they still don't know if they're going to open up schools in the fall. You believe that shit?
Yeah, they don't know, but then if they do, they know that it's going to be kind of crazy to deal with. And it will be shut down every other month for someone getting
dumb.
You know?
Yeah. Somebody snitched too on Ohio State.
What'd
I'm
they?
gonna fucking snitch. Whoever did this, you're a fucking snitch out there. They made so the players are practicing. They're getting ready for the upcoming season. We're where are we at here? Probably maybe 60 days away.
Okay.
I don't know why I had to laugh
what
like that.
What are you even looking at?
Looking at the dates on my calendar here.
Mm-hmm.
We're about 60 days away.
Okay.
From the first college
I
football
will
game.
Cherish it.
Yes, we will see you later, Jabes.
I will cherish that time.
So the players are practicing, right? They're practicing together. They're doing the cleanly bullshit and wiping down things and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody snitched on Ohio State and was like, the players had to sign this thing called the Buckeye Pledge. Said that, practice at your own risk. And if you get COVID and you have to quarantine yourself and blah, 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 blah. And it was like, yeah, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? And the athletic director for Ohio State had to come out and say, hey, man, you can put that headline up on the screen there, Alec. And they come out, the athletic director, and he said, hey, man, it's a pledge. It's not a contract or anything like that, but it's just a reminder of like, hey, man, try to be safe and smart about being, washing your hands and who you're hanging out with and wearing masks outside of the practice facility and all this other shit, right? I'm assuming, and a lot of colleges have signed this, but of course somebody snitched. This isn't right. They're putting themselves at risk. They don't know what they're signing. They all should have gotten lawyers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Look, whoever the fucking Karen was behind that, 80% of Ohio State players go to the NFL. The last thing they're fucking thinking about is wiping down a barbell after working out. They're worried about those millions they're about to get. So I think they'd sacrifice a little sickness for some millions. I know I goddamn would.
We need to think of a guy version of Karen, though. Because there's guys that are snitches, too, right?
Yeah. Like a Doug.
I was fucking thinking Doug.
Were you really?
Gosh. Maybe we won't get a divorce. Anyway.
Who knows?
Right?
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm calling it off. I'm calling it off.
It's funny. I'm rewriting this script for MGM right now, and
Sheldon.
Wait, but the snitch in this script,
one.
The snitch in this script, his name is Doug. It's Officer Doug in that script.
Perfect, Doug. Yeah.
I'm just rewriting it, so that was pre-written already.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just punching it up, but like.
No, Doug is what I thought. I don't know why.
It is.
Okay.
It's Officer Doug in this, and he's a fucking snitch.
That or like a guy in the neighborhood that's very. Who would that be?
Jeff.
But yeah.
Like a Jeff. I just like saying
could
the
be
word
a Jeff. Yeah, Jeff could be one.
Jeff. I got an uncle named Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
We all do, actually.
He's not a snitch, though. He's pretty cool. Surprisingly. But, yeah, it's one of those. Because, yeah, there is dudes that do it, too. And you're just like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, it's not all.
No, it's not all women.
Women.
You just don't see it that much in public. But you can recognize them. They're always wearing Oakleys. Very distinct sunburn.
A Paul, maybe. Yeah.
A Doug. Oh, thanks, Doug.
Okay.
Hey, Doug. Thanks, Doug. You fucker.
Todd.
Kyle. Oh, Todd's a good one. Todd's
Yeah.
a really good one. I've known a handful of Todds in my life, and they're all cocksuckers.
Oh, Todd. At it again.
Yeah, there's Todd. But yeah, because there is definitely male versions of those, and you're just like, man, fuck off.
Yeah.
It is. I am really over the snitchery these days. We watched a movie over the weekend, though.
We did.
We rented an on-demand film. That is
Very
now
rare.
Going to be. It's now going to become a thing.
Yeah.
Where you pay $20 to rent a movie that was supposed to be in theaters and have it inside your house. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: probably shouldn't have done it with that movie, because now we're not on a good start with it.
Yes and no, right? Like, we had to see it. A lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of people are seeing it. So, sometimes you got to see stuff to know what the fuck you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
In the conversation that a lot of people are having, and I don't know.
So we rented The King of Staten Island.
King of Staten
the new
Island.
Judd Apatow movie, and
based on Pete Davidson's childhood in Staten Island with a father that died in 9/11.
Yeah, you can put that poster up, Alec. You can put it up over my head. Jesse's looking real hot today. You can cover up my side over here.
So I know. Check on your friends that haven't gotten their hair done. They're not doing well. But yeah. So
did you like it?
Gosh, no. But I really loved like the poster and like the idea of it, and I was very excited for everything about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it just wasn't quite anything of the sort. What are people saying about it, though?
So, interestingly enough, like, again, I said this last week. You start a CrossFit class, because that's the only... Roy Cooper, our dickhead governor. Doug? Roy? Nothing is still open here as far as, like, gyms or anything else. I'm in this CrossFit class, which I don't mind. I don't mind it at all, because you can't do, like, group shit anymore. So, it's kind of just like having a personal trainer at this point.
Sure.
Which is fine. And... we get in there. You have to say how you feel and what you did over the weekend on Mondays, right? Mm-hmm. This woman just blurted out. She was like, "I saw a shitty movie this weekend."
What?
And I was like, "Oh, what'd you see?" And she goes, "The King of Staten Island. All I wanted was a comedy, and instead it was real goddamn serious, and I didn't laugh once." That was her exact verbatim quote.
Oh my God.
And I just started dying laughing, and she was just like, "Yeah, it was about 2.5 hours." This movie, and I was like, yeah, it was a little really
bit
long.
It was a little bit long. I was hoping that it would be a little bit I don't know, more going on. It was a little bit more not 40-Year-Old Virgin. What was the other one that he did? This is 40.
This is 40, yeah.
Where it was very long and very drawn out, and the message wasn't really clear.
No. And it's one of those things where right now everybody wants a comedy to laugh, and you're expecting Judd Apatow to put out a comedy. Even Pete Davidson.
I don't know why you're expecting that, by the way, but go ahead.
I just
not anymore.
Something. I know we can't make comedies anymore. I get it.
No, Apatow has just not gone that way for a while, right? It's like a little bit funny, but mostly it's like a long, drawn out.
It's like somebody going through a fucking midlife crisis.
Sure.
Every movie he does now.
Okay.
Anyways, with all of that being said, there was another Pete Davidson movie that came out like 3 or 4 months ago on Hulu. It was called something Adolescents. Type in Pete Davidson Adolescents.
And I didn't mind that movie.
What was the name of it?
Big Time Adolescents.
That's what it was called.
And I didn't mind that one.
And so I didn't either. But here's the thing.
And he was like good in it.
But it was the same character where he's smoking weed all day. He doesn't really do anything.
Yep.
And he doesn't know what he's doing with his life. Mm-hmm. And his parents and friends hate him and all this shit. And you're like, man, I liked that film. And it was very similar to this film. Did they not tell one another, like, hey, man, I'm making the same movie twice. But I like this one better. I at least laughed at that one. There was some really funny shit in there. And I thought it was shot really cool.
I will say this.
Big Time Adolescents. And that one's free on Hulu if you're going to watch it. And I'd highly recommend you watching that one. There's no real ending to it, but whatever, man. It was a pretty cool movie. 2 hours. And I enjoyed Pete Davidson.
It's very hard to play yourself, right? Because you have this idea of who you are, and so you're playing that, but it's not really who you are.
Right.
So I think he just found it difficult to literally play himself at a certain point in his life, right?
Uh-huh.
The movie maybe would have done better, although I don't know who would have fucking played him. If someone else maybe did it. Machine Gun Kelly, maybe. A little easier to look at, just saying. But no, I just think that's probably really hard.
By the way,
it's really hard.
He came up, your boy Machine Gun Kelly came up in a conversation last week. And, I had chatted with the director of all of his music videos.
Okay.
I said, what's his story in real life? She was like, dude, actually, he's a really fucking smart, cool guy. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
She was like, one of the easiest I've ever worked with, and he's great. Like, looks at everything like a collaboration, is excited to be there and all this shit. And I was like, no kidding.
Yeah. That's what I've heard, too. I also heard Poon Hound.
Oh, yeah. He crushes it.
Who is he linked to recently? Megan Fox.
Yeah.
And I thought...
And before that was Halsey.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, that guy's fine. He's doing what he needs to do in this life.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly. But I mean, he was in this movie, which is why we bring him up.
For literally 1 second.
And he was,
for being
good.
He's really good, but for being someone's best friend, I was a little disappointed in the size of the cameo.
Yeah, right?
I would have been like, bro.
And he was in that Motley Crue movie on Netflix, The Dirt. And he wasn't bad.
Well, he was in the other movie that he did.
Yeah.
The Big Time Adolescents.
Fuck you. He was in the same. They just shot the same movie twice.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Can you? Yeah.
It is.
I think I remember him. He looks very different he can look very different.
Yeah.
Right? So like in the Motley Crue, like he looked very different than he does now.
I think he played Tommy Lee in that Motley Crue movie. But yeah, I enjoy his whole shit. But that was fun information when I was just like, oh, man, that guy's rad, I guess. He's like, you got to get him for your show that's coming up. And I was like,
shit, dude, now that.
I was like, I'd love to.
Fun fucking
Yeah,
thing.
she's like, I think he'd be down, man. And I was like, all right, great. So we'll see. But
that's sweet.
I know, yeah. But I would pass on the King of Staten Island. You could probably wait till that comes to HBO or Netflix or whatever 90 streaming apps that you have right now. That you're going through
and
in
there is a place for it. I think it's just maybe another edit, maybe another quick pass. Do you know what I'm saying?
All of the edit movies need
it's 30, so true.
30 minutes cut out of them, each and every one of them. But you know, it felt like an independent film, and it was not. It had a lot of money. Bill Burr's mustache was questionable in that, by the way. I don't know what that choice was.
Big time choice, right? because
it took up half his entire fucking face. You know that I love a good mustache more than anyone in this world. But this one was like a walrus stash where you were like, man.
Where they covered the top lip. It's hard for me to see
them talking.
Someone making out with that. So
go to that top right picture right
hot
there.
Hot ass Marissa Tomei.
There it is. Pull that up and put that on the screen.
So it covers his entire mouth, and then hot ass Marissa Tomei is just like making out with him hard, and I'm like, bro, how is that working? Like I don't think I've ever kissed someone with a full mouth mustache, so I don't know.
You could sweep a fucking
logistics
prom floor, right? Like with that thing. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, it was a character. It was a character in the film, dude. Like, if he did not have that mustache, the credits would have been shorter because...
Did I tell you what they told Fox, the president of Fox told Clayne Crawford when he was doing Lethal Weapon with the mustache? And they were like, hey, we don't want that. We don't want any mustache acting. And he's like, what the fuck is mustache acting? And they were like,
you know what it is.
Where it's all about the mustache. That's what I felt
where you're being overshadowed by your facial hair. And that's
what happened.
Oh my gosh, Clayne, I'm sorry. I love you, but absolutely. Did he keep it anyways? Of course he did.
Yeah, he kept it. But he was great with the mustache. Like, it was not a mustache acting.
It wasn't a full mouth mustache.
No, he had a very short trimmed mustache, right? That Bill Burr had was not. The funny thing too that I enjoy doing with people that I love, because I love Bill Burr. I think he's one of the greatest comedians we have. And
I agree.
He's one of my very all-time faves.
Not a bad actor either.
No, he's not.
And
he was good in the fucking movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Just the mustache was a weird choice. But I follow him on Instagram, and there was one video, a year and a half ago, whatever, where he had this mustache and he was shaved bald and he was eating a bowl of cereal and he just looks up into his phone and he just goes, "Well, time to go to work to read someone else's words that they wrote."
Yeah.
And it was
and he
this
had the
movie,
mustache.
obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, he had the mustache. And now I'm like, that's what that was for. That is a very bold choice with that mustache.
He's so great. I identify with him more. He's a curmudgeon about stuff like I am.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, fucking dude.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Whatever you guys are doing, cool. Like, I'm not going to shit on it, but like, I just I don't get it.
No.
For any number of things that he talks about. So that's his brand, right? I identify with that sure.
He just doesn't care about anything.
He doesn't care, and he will call out anything that's stupid.
Yep.
Literally anything, big or small, which I love.
Yeah, he's great. Bill Burr is great.
Like the size of cereal or something,
Yeah. He's one of my all-time faves. I would say it's probably in the game right now. Would you say it's him and Chappelle who are probably the two onesie-twosies of it right now?
Yeah, I mean, it was Louis and him, but it is now.
Well, we'll see Louis later with him.
Bill
it's probably
Burr.
Bill Burr and Chappelle. Speaking of Chappelle, he put out a new. They're calling it a stand-up special. It's on YouTube. It's free. It has a gajillion fucking views on it already.
Yes.
It's called 846.
Lots of people are talking.
I'll say this. Like if you haven't watched it yet, it's not really comedy. It is just more of him speaking on social issues. And that's cool as well. I just I don't know why it was labeled as a comedy special. And it's only about 27 minutes long.
Okay.
Only about 26, 27 minutes long. Yeah, they're calling it a stand-up special, so it is what it is.
27-minute monologue. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he went after everybody. It was interesting to read the articles the next day because this thing caught fire, and I think in one day it had 9 million views on YouTube. I mean, massive.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to read the reviews the next morning. If it was a left paper, left-leaning paper, they were like, "Oh man, he tears apart Fox News and Candace Owen." If it was a right-leaning paper, they were like, "Oh man, he went all in on Don Lemon." The thing I like about Chappelle is he's pretty equal, and he'll go after everybody. And so if you watch it, he goes after everyone in this fucking thing about their coverage on this issue and issues that are going on in America. And Candace Owens at least had a friendly response to it. She was like, because everybody was asking it, because he was like, I think the exact quote he used was, "I'd like to punch her in her stinky ass pussy," Candace Owens.
Sure.
And I believe it was stinky ass pussy. And then he repeated that and said, because she probably definitely has a stinky ass pussy.
Okay.
Candace Owens had a pretty funny response. She was like, "Look, I love Dave Chappelle, and I'm not here to cancel any comedians. Like, we still need comedy in this world." And she goes, "The only thing is, I'd love for him just to come on my show and say it to my face because I think it'd be pretty hilarious. But otherwise, stop writing me and tagging me in this. Like, we can't cancel all comedians. That's what comedy is." And she's right. And she had a nice take on it. Don Lemon, though, God, that guy.
The only time I love Don Lemon is when he's wasted on New Year's and he just lets it all go.
He just
lets it all out.
He lets his gay man out and he parties.
And he just has the time of his life.
Because he gets fucked up right
around 8 o'clock.
And he deserves
it. Yeah.
Does he? Don Lemon's such a piece of shit. I'm not a big fan of Don Lemon, but
we know.
I'm
not really either. I'm just, whatever.
Yeah.
You know me. I don't really care.
It's one of those things. He's just playing a character.
Is that Cuomo and him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Cuomo and Lemon. For all our Cuomo-sexuals out there, they're beef fries. I bet you. Here's the thing about Don Lemon, right? I think probably off screen, he rages. I think he treats this like an acting exercise every night. I really do. With like his fake tears and all that shit that he's doing. And I think he's just, he's resigned to the fact that he's an entertainer. I look at him the same way as I do it as Alex Jones, to be honest with you, where I think both of them probably view each other as entertainers at the end of the day. But it's what audience you're into, or it's just like, because Don Lemon's not telling any news anymore. It's just his thoughts on shit and then crying about things. He's crying a lot these days. A lot of tears out of Don Lemon these days. CNN's bringing in the ratings, though. I just checked the ratings for last week as they came in. CNN's top of the charts because of the riots. It's weird how they only do well when the country is in a complete and utter shithole meltdown.
Right.
It's the only way that CNN does well. Therefore, they've got to keep jamming these stories in your face to keep the ratings going, because that's it. That's it if they don't. But you can always tell. You're like, oh, is America burning? CNN must be on fire right now. I bet you they get so amped. They're like, oh, shit. Who got killed? Let's get in there. This is our week, kids. They call their advertisers and jack up the ad rates. I know exactly how that works. They're like, hey, man, we're probably going to be in this for another 6 weeks, so we're going to need more money out of you. They're calling the advertisers today. They're getting on the horn with Peloton. You know how many Pelotons we can sell? Don't go out in the streets. If you're a white biker, you're going to get killed. You should stay inside and use a Peloton. Jacking up the ad rates. And I like it. I like it. Good for them. Okay. Fuck you. That's what you want to do, CNN. Don Lemon.
Okay.
Lemon. I wonder if he has a French twist to it.
So we should.
If he married a guy named John Lime, you think he'd go with Don Lemon Lime? Nope. Good. Let's get to our own sponsors. Look, our first one's ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. They don't care if anything burns. They just want you to have a nice sleep. That's it. You know? They don't give a shit.
If you're a snitch.
Yeah, if you're a snitch.
Don't even bother.
I was reading ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros ad reads on Drinkin Bros last week when I talked about all the mattresses were AIDS-free. And I got a text from my mom, and she was like, hey, are they going to drop you as a sponsor? I was like, no, they love it. They love it. She was like, you can just say that about sponsors? And I was like, yeah, I mean, look, AIDS, that's something you don't want to get. Like, if this mattress prevents it, get one.
Yeah, it'd be different if you said it did have, like, trace amounts or something like that.
Yeah.
Then it'd be
then you wouldn't want to get this mattress. But instead, you can count on a corona-free, AIDS-free mattress from ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros.
They make guarantees.
They do. Everything's 25% off in the store. And if you get a mattress, you get 2 free pillows with it. And the pillows are just as good as the goddamn mattress, Jabes. I love them. I like to put one between my legs, pretend it's a little bag of marshmallows. Right now, you can get anything you want for 25% off and still get the 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. No one's doing that on the internet. No one's giving away shit like that. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and get the finest night's sleep of your entire adult life. Or you can get them for kids. I think my kids have got. We have them.
Yes.
Next up, we got expressvpn.com/revolution, Jabes.
Ooh.
Now's the time. This
is a good one.
This is a good one. And I'm not going to fear monger you into it either. Like, this is just something you need.
Yeah. Well, so on top of being able to get that porn that everybody's talking about.
What porn?
It's called like 365 Day or something.
Wait, what?
It's now available on regular Netflix. But before that, us ladies had to go to ExpressVPN and then, hide your IP and watch it somewhere else, right? I think it was like Polish or something like this.
What is happening here?
I know. It's not
what
that.
Porn? Is it
it's not porn.
Graphic is it?
It's pretty graphic, but kind of like 50 Shades graphic, where you're like, or I could just watch porn. But anyways,
got
that
it.
kind of
I'll
thing.
give it a
But there's
go-sies.
more of a story to it and all of that. But on top of that,
that's porn with a story?
Yeah, like
shit. Now you're
full movie.
You're in my goddamn wheelhouse here.
Right.
Can't be that far away from my books getting made. Into a show.
Yeah.
If that's what we're doing.
It's
now.
like that. You may have to do it in Europe first.
Fuck yeah, I'll do it in Europe first.
And then it gained steam over there, and now it is on regular Netflix.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes.
I'm into it. So is it on regular Netflix now?
Yes, and it literally just got on there like 2 days ago.
All right, Dougie.
Yes.
I'm amped about that.
Yes.
Shit. I got the third book coming out Thanksgiving too.
Yes.
So
but also, on top of that, we also know that ExpressVPN, you kind of need it if you don't want people to see what you search. And there is like incognito mode that a lot of people use like on their computer phones and stuff. But your phone companies, Verizon, AT&T, all of these are still tracking all of that stuff and have record of it unless you hide your VPN with ExpressVPN. So.
Boom. Go to expressvpn.com/revolution today. $7 a month. If you sign up for a year, you get 3 months for free. That's a big boy deal. Next up, we got keeps.com/revolution. That's KEEPS.com/revolution. Keep the hair you got. But, dude, people keep hitting me up. They're doing it too. So
I feel like
we're going to go through the end of the year.
Can I? I mean, I might.
As a lady?
I don't know.
You get a bunch of hair, James.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, everyone's hair thin. Like, literally everyone's hair gets thinner as they get older.
Especially white people.
Oh, and a blonde white lady, it's going to get real wispy.
Ooh.
Like very Tales from the Crypt.
Baby hair.
Yeah, like little tiny baby hair. And I'll just be trying to curl it and make it, like, thick. But anyway, I wonder.
You can get a fun,
it is true
wig.
that everyone's hair, like, thins in some way at some point.
Yeah, it does.
Past a certain age.
It does. So everybody's using, all my friends were using this keeps.com/revolution. Basically, what it does is it's just a fucking shampoo for your hair that helps keep what you got. And that way, it works on like 94% of people or something crazy like that. So I said, look, I'll try this through the end of the year because I want a full test of it. Right now, there's a 30-day free trial for free if you're out there. And there's a lot of dudes out there. There's something that a lot of dudes just won't talk about. My friends talked about it. I was like, oh, shit. All right, cool. So I hit them up. We're doing it, and we're doing the challenge. So go to keeps.com/revolution today and get a free 30-day trial. Keep the hair that you got. Last but not least, James, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloinkers.
Shabloinkers. Strikeforce Energy is lasts longer 5-hour energy. There it is. Tasty, tiny little tin pouch. Rip it open and squeeze it into any liquid available. You're good to go. 4 amazing flavors: grape, ridge, lemon, and Dawn lemon. It'll cry with you. Pour a little bit of that in your drink, and it'll cry with you. The lemon will, and then the orange. Orange is the other flavor. It's amazing. Keeps me jacked up all day. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com today. They get a 10-pack, 40-pack, 750-milliliter bottle, and you get 20% off with promo code REVOLUTION. I have a subscription of the month, so shit, you get 40 packs sent to my house every goddamn month. I have for years. I love it. You won't go back after that, Jabes. I want to talk about your boy, Tekashi 6ix9ine. He just keeps doing it.
What's he doing?
Dropped a video with Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj, for Christ's sakes. Nicki Minaj is in it. That's it. Like, he can get anybody he wants now. I thought because we're keeping with the theme of snitches here today.
Oh. Okay.
By the way, if you're going to watch this video, it's called TROLLZ, TROLLZ. If you're going to watch this video, make sure your children are nowhere near it.
Why?
Nicki Minaj is damn near buck naked. She's got some, like, pasties kind of over her nipples and shit. And she's in a thong bikini, and she's just basically a stripper in this thing.
Okay.
And
love
look,
to see it.
Same here. Not that I'm not into that.
Yeah.
I just would maybe not watch it in front of the children is all.
Is he doing a play on the fact that he is a troll doll?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, that he's a troll in general. And like he admits that he trolls people, and that's his whole fucking gig. Essentially, is just a fucking troll.
And that he also looks like a troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't know.
But like a real live one.
Pop that
the
picture
troll
up.
doll.
Yeah.
The troll doll.
Pop that picture up, Alec, right there.
There's got to be one where he
Look at
looks
that,
like a
dude.
troll doll. Anyway, go ahead.
It's funny, man, because I think it was the last song he was talking about how ugly other people were, and I was like, man, you were the ugliest dude I've ever seen. But he's smart. He's smart as fuck. This video had 75 million views in the first 48 hours, which broke every record there was. And I can tell you why. because Nicki Minaj is buck naked for 4 minutes straight and has never looked better. And good for Nicki Minaj.
Good for her.
But I'm surprised because she dated like Meek Mill, and her husband now, her actual husband, is a convict who's been, arrested and served time in prison multiple times at this point. And there it is. Pop that picture up.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully we won't get, we can't get flagged for this. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
It is on YouTube. So there's no like warning for it. But yeah, put that picture of Nicki Minaj up on screen. So it's her dancing with that on the entire video, and it's a hard dance. She's making him bounce.
It's a hard dance, huh?
It's a hard dance. She's making him bounce. 75 million views. This, by the way, just opens the door for everyone else now to go and live in this guy's world, and he just keeps getting richer off of all of this shit. I thought for sure when he got out and snitched that nobody would work with him. Not only did Nicki fucking Minaj work with him, because you have to go to his house because he's on house arrest.
Oh, that's right.
So it's not as if like, oh, hey, man, I'm going to record a track. You have to go to his house and then shoot the music video. So they shoot all the music videos at his house. And he got approval from the judge to do that. So these people are flying to him to get on his shit after snitching on an entire gang that he pretended to be a part of. It's amazing. The next song he's got coming out is with Akon, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, I do love some Akon.
You're going to love this even more. It is Locked Up. I'm locked up. Let me know, locked up. Part 2. It is part 2 of Locked Up. And
love to hear it. Love to see it.
Tekashi 6ix9ine is singing with Akon again. And there's a video that's circulating of just Akon happy as shit sitting in Tekashi 6ix9ine's house because you have to go to his house. Everybody's going to be on this motherfucker's jock, dude. It's crazy what he's been able to do with this. I mean, and just at a record time, too. He just got out.
So maybe we're wrong that people actually like snitches.
Like a snitch? I don't know.
We may have gotten this all...
I don't know.
The entire episode wrong. Because it looks like people are liking snitches.
I guess so.
Loving it. Flying to it.
Maybe this is the age of Karen. The dawn of Karen.
It's the reawakening for sure.
Yeah.
There's different eras in time that you can look back on and be like, man, the Karens were rampant. And it's ebbs and flows. It goes from Karens to Susans to Karens to Susans. And we're just in the age of, we're in a big Karen time right now.
We're gonna have to get out in the country a little bit, Javes, because these Karens are everywhere.
They're really Karen.
Yeah, there is.
About stuff they shouldn't be.
I'm tired of the snitchery, James.
Tired of the snitchery. You mind if I do a quick little cream corner?
No way.
Not cream corner.
Do you
crime
have a
corner?
Crime corner. Crime corner.
Crime corner. We're going to go through this together.
Let's do it.
Just got it and was like, you know what? Let's see how this kind of unfolds. Hallettsville resident throws live pig at animal rights activists. And I'm wondering how this happened. An animal rights protest outside Glenn's Packing Co. Love a Packing Co.
You bet, so do I.
In downtown Hallettsville on Thursday took an unexpected turn when a local resident threw a live pig at one of the demonstrators.
A live one.
And the picture is, you guys, if you have the picture, he's like holding it with like...
How big is this pig?
You'll see. The resident was cited for Class C assault. The protester, Brian Wheat.
Whoa, that is a bigger pig than I thought it was going to be. Put that up on the screen.
They are.
Or Alec. Yeah, pop it up. It's up there. Great. That is a bigger pig than I thought. Man, that is...
I'm not happy about it as far as what happened to the pig, right? Like, I don't love a pig being thrown at someone.
You've been against that from very early on.
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah,
he's wearing Crocs.
The guy is wearing Crocs.
But it's like those, the
guy who's throwing the pig is wearing Crocs.
Camo Crocs, you know what I mean? Like your hunting Crocs?
And it's weird that you said that, Alec, because I couldn't see his feet at first, but they're camo Crocs.
Yeah, we thought he had no feet, and then it was like, oh, what?
Camo Crocs, his feet were hidden.
Yep.
Hidden. Man, that's a big pig to throw. What was the cause of this?
So the protester Brian Wheat of Austin was
Austin, Texas?
Uninjured, yes.
Okay.
Was uninjured and plans to press charges. A lot of our chants involve freedom for the animals, Wheat said. This individual was agitated enough by our presence that he said, "Here, you want an animal to be free?" As he threw it at them. Fucking A, bro. Wow. Come on.
I enjoy the comedy, not the pig throwing, but...
Yeah, we do not condone the pig throwing aspect of this.
Oh, boy.
We do understand your frustration as far as the pig thrower is concerned, but...
It's a hog.
They plan to hold a vigil for animals slaughtered at Glenn's Packing that day.
For that pig or just in general?
Just in general, that's what it is. When no animals showed up, the group shifted tactics and started protesting. Oh, okay. The slaughterhouse was opened. Whatever. They didn't. The packing company obviously did not comment. But gosh, this guy was pissed, huh?
Yeah.
And where did he get the pig?
Where do you get what? It's Texas. I mean, I'm sure you can just cruise out anywhere and grab a pig.
He caught it. It was feral, huh? Okay. Well,
hey, man. If you're willing to go out and get a feral hog and then chuck it, I guess.
Yeah, I just sort of saw the headline, and we had to go through it together.
No.
Find out what really.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm sure you do.
I
knew you would.
Move. It's a bold move just to throw a pig. It's rare.
He was uninjured, but he's pressing charges anyways.
The guy who got hit with the pig?
Yeah. Didn't do anything, but he is...
What kind of charges are you pressing there?
Well...
I got hit with a pig. I'm sorry? And what do you want for that financially? Is that emotional distress? I mean, you can sue for anything these days, obviously. But
well, you press charges, which means you want the person to be arrested.
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry. I thought you said he sued him. Okay.
No. He's pressing charges so that this person gets, goes to jail.
Assault with a deadly pig.
There you go.
Yeah.
Assault with a feral hog. I don't know.
I got charged with that in college. I nailed it. Boom. Blammo.
Took a second.
Yep.
To
let that register.
Took a second.
I'm not a cashier, but you got to let that register. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen someone throw a wild animal before.
Probably you haven't.
No.
Right?
I'm actually shocked by that.
It's not something that we like, as a society to do.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm kind of shocked. I've never seen that before.
Don't love throwing livestock. But look, crazy times, you know what I mean? It's crazy times. People are frustrated over different things, and they're taking it out on different people with different...
Pigs are resilient. Did the pig live?
Yeah.
I'm sure
they didn't
right?
say anything. Yeah. I mean, it's not...
I didn't know if the other guy attempted to catch it or if it bounced off of him. I'd love to see some video on that. There's video of everything these days. I'm sure there's a snitch out there that's got some form of video.
Send us your snitch video of that.
Fucking videoing you. I'm videoing you. Here's my video of you.
That would be a good video, though, if you're just doing a boring protest and some guy comes and throws a pig.
Yeah.
That'd liven things up a little bit.
Yeah. Fucking A, dude. That's where we're at, though.
Yep.
In this world, everybody's just tired of shit, and they're just like, well, fuck it. What's next? I'll throw a live pig at someone.
Yeah.
Where do we go after that, James?
That's how mad I am.
That's how mad I am. Next thing you know, you're killing a bear, wearing its skin, and then charging down someone's front door, because you're pissed off at the world.
Right. Looking for porridge. You know what I mean?
Looking for porridge. That porn thing, man, I can't get over that.
What?
On Netflix. I always wondered why they never have nudity on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now they do, huh? What's the name of the show?
It's soft. It's 365 days, I think is what it is. Let's see what this is.
God,
it was called something else when we saw it with ExpressVPN.
The danger in that is kids know what Netflix is, and they can all go to it now.
365 days. The most graphic sex scenes ever seen on Netflix.
Huh. I'm going to have to go. So it's on tonight. I can go and watch this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to have to check this out. You've seen it?
I've seen certain scenes. Like the boat scene.
What the fuck is that?
Let's just say that.
How are you watching this shit?
With the ExpressVPN thing, me and Tiffany, like...
Oh, you guys did the whole thing?
Yeah, because the Broettes were all sending it to us, being like, hey, so ExpressVPN, you can watch this crazy...
That's great.
Netflix, like European Netflix porn, basically.
I hope the
and
ratings
it got
are
so
great.
big. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That's fantastic. Yeah, we'll have to fucking pop that on. See what
Is
it is.
it fantastic,
is it a full season?
though? No, it's a movie.
Oh, it's just a movie.
Yeah.
All right. That makes more sense. I didn't know if it was a television show. And I was like, all right, well, fuck, man. If it's just a movie, yeah. You know.
Well, it just kind of shows that Netflix is sort of moving into the HBO Showtime
Goddamn right they are.
realm a little bit.
A lot of money in that. A lot of money in skin.
I just think Netflix, you're right, is a little bit too easily accessible.
It is, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. No one cares anymore.
I guess not.
No one cares anymore at all. That's crazy. All right. We're throwing porn on Netflix. Fuck it.
Sure.
I had a pitch for this for YouTube, too, where I was like, I don't understand what, because there's YouTube Kids, and then there's regular YouTube.
Why not have YouTube
Why not
adult?
YouTube After Dark? Not adult where it's fucking graphic porn or anything, but like edgy comedy where you're like, oh shit, all right, cool, man, because we can't watch this anywhere else right now.
For the not easily offended, basically. YouTube for, I don't know.
Like all the crazy fucking stand-up shit, but I guess you can get it anyways. Like Chappelle shit, he went off, you know?
Yeah.
So if you can tell someone you're going to punch him in the stanky ass pussy, I guess you're fine.
I guess you're fine, yeah. Yeah, so we're good.
But are you monetizing that? Because they fucking demonetize our shit.
I think there's certain things that, you know, he doesn't care about monetizing. Joe Rogan doesn't care about the monetizing of it. He just wants people to be able to see it, right? Or hear it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
By the way, I watched an interesting interview with him and Bill Burr. Bill Burr was on
he was just
Thursday or Friday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Again, we love Bill Burr, and it was fantastic. But Bill Burr was asking him about that Spotify deal.
Oh, he was?
He was like, hey, man.
Hey, bro, what is up?
Congratulations, brah.
Right.
And he goes, yeah. And he goes, you know, Joe Rogan was surprisingly very honest about it, too. Or it was just like.
Yeah, he has been. He's
definitely not trying to impress anybody over at Spotify. He goes, if you watch that interview, he goes, look, man, so far they've been cool. He's like, I've only gotten like one shitty email. I mean, but Bill Burr, you know Bill Burr. Oh, yeah?
What was it? Yeah.
Egging him on. And he goes, well, you know, somebody was already asking me like who my first guest was going to be. And he goes, what the fuck does that matter? I'm 1,600 episodes deep at this point. He goes, it's just the show at this point. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter that I'm coming to another channel.
Yes.
My show is my show, and it's going to continue on forever. The fuck do you care what it is? And he goes, Joe Rogan goes, man, I bet it was just some guy who's paid at Spotify, sitting in his desk, and he's got to type a letter to me and just being like, we need to ask him who his first guest is going to be. We paid him a lot of money. It's really funny. It's really funny to watch. But it was interesting because Bill Burr was saying that a lot of young comics are coming up to him and saying that their agents and managers are now trying to take a piece of their podcast. Yeah.
Interessant.
And he goes, look, man,
Makes sense.
this is becoming a thing in every comedian now. Like the agents and managers want a piece of their podcast forever. Because that's how it was back in the day. So kind of as like a little refresher here. When you got a TV show back in the day, right? It was an 8-year contract, and eventually it got shortened down to like 6. But if you fired your agent after like 3 years or whatever, right? Whatever the life of that contract was, your agent got royalties from it forever, as long as you were on the TV show and everything like that. They're trying to apply the same method now to podcasts, where it was like, oh, well, if you do a podcast, you know, while you're under my rule as your manager or agent, I get 10% of that forever. And Bill Burr's like, he was on the show telling comics not to do this deal and not to have podcasts on there. He goes, look, it's a podcast. It all lies on one person. And he goes, if you're trying to get guests or something else or whatever, he goes, fucking agents and managers aren't going to do shit for you. And he goes, keep all the rights to that. And then Joe Rogan was like, yeah, man, somebody trying to come in and take 50% of mine.
50?
50, 50. And he's like, I told him to get fucked. And it was somebody that worked for me. And yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, but it makes sense. You know, when you hear it, you're like, look, people are fucking losing money left and right in Hollywood. Everything is shut down still. And it's like, they're trying to just weasel their little dicks in there and trying to get every last dollar they can out of you for shit.
Well, it's just becoming a real thing. It's been around for fucking ever, but it's becoming a real thing that people are starting to take notice of and realize.
It is, but here's what I have the problem with, right? With movies and TV shows, when my agents and managers sell them or whatever, right? Books included. If you fucking sell a book and get me a good deal, congratulations, you deserve that commission, right? A movie is really hard to make and get it financed. If you get it financed and take it out, congratulations. You fucking deserve that. Mm-hmm. Podcasts, the whole setup is about $1,500. Mm-hmm. Your hosting fee is $39 a month. Mm-hmm. Like, you can do this at home by yourself.
Right.
And an interesting voice is an interesting voice, no matter who it is. Like, I have a hard time with that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, given a piece to your agent and or manager while you're doing it. Luckily, I don't have to fucking deal with any of that shit. But I guess the new comics are. And, you know, if you're at home and you're a young comic and you're watching this, it is $1,500 to set up your own podcast and get it out to the world. Take the gamble on yourself first before you let some dickhead in on it and get royalties from it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's crazy to me. But I figured it would be next. I just didn't know it was going on this soon, I guess. So, wild to see. But, yeah, who's your first guest? I don't know. I'm on episode fucking 1600.
Right, but you know at this point it's gonna have to be Alex Jones.
Maybe. That's the rumor going around.
Because he's going to be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right?
It'd be great if he did.
Either that or I don't know who he would have, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He called me last week. We'll get him back on Drinkin Bros soon.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying.
Especially with the election and everything coming up. I'm sure he's out of his fucking mind right now. It'd be great. He's always a good guest. We enjoy having him on Drinkin Bros.
He's entertaining.
Entertaining. That's it. And that's all I view him as is pure entertainment.
Sure. And actually super nice guy. But anyway.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's going to be somebody. But we'll see. That leap is coming soon for him, right? He's moving over there in September?
Think so.
Yeah, I think September 1st, and I think all the video is, and then by the end of the year, it'll be both video and audio. Again, super fascinated to see how that works. I'm curious about it, and I'm looking forward to it. I was talking to some people, too, today, this morning, that were able to broadcast on, like, 5 different outlets now, and I wonder if that will become a thing. So this guy I was chatting with, is able to go live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and something else at one time with a live show. And he goes, hey, man, have you ever considered that?
There you go.
And I was like, yes, but I didn't know if that was possible. And he goes, it is. And here's the thing to do it, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, all right, sweet. I don't know much about Twitch other than it's for video games.
Not just video
Alec,
games.
are you a Twitch guy? No? Giorgio, you are?
Yeah.
DJs have made a bunch of money. Oh, that's cool.
It's a, it's a streaming site. Right? It's a streaming site.
Is it just a streaming site? Yeah. So you can put anything up on there. Are podcasts on there?
I don't know. I don't think they've explored it yet.
Let's look afterwards, because if so, we'll put it up there. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit where these go.
You can go live to all these something.
Yeah. Look, we're just trying to get the show out to as many people as possible. I don't really give a shit.
Speaking of the people, let's give some shout outs.
Let's do it. Let's give some Monday shout outs to the people
to
on
the Nooners.
YouTube. The Nooner crew.
We got the Hawk, as usual. Don't worry, Hawk. I'll be starting
Schneider
my
was first in the room.
Singing career, as you requested, because I do have the voice
you do.
of an angel. And you're way too high on that one. Andrew Lamax. What up, Drew?
Nico the Greco. Julia Kirkis is here. Doom Donuts. I don't know who Doom Donuts is, but I like that name.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Very
fan of
active
Doom Donuts
today,
name, yeah.
Doom Donuts, by the way.
Yeah. Big fan.
Jacob Nickel, We already said Ruben, right? First in the room.
Matt Rodriguez. Matt Rodriguez is new, but he had a really funny comment. I said, nobody gets mad when you throw a bird in the air and fly away.
That's fair, brother.
Oh, Matt.
That is fair. Brooke was in here.
That's a good one.
Cousin Eddie, which is a great
Cousin Eddie's
name.
a great handle.
Craig Delesk. Now, Craig Delesk said
357 beats 9 millimeters in here. What did Craiger say?
Craig Delesk said that Ezekiel Elliott tested positive
for coronavirus.
He may be just fucking around.
No, we'll find out. If so, that'll be a top story for sure.
For sure. You heard it here, Craig. If it's true.
Well, so I'm looking it up now. This is breaking news. Sources: Cowboys, Texans players test positive for coronavirus, but they're not. Agent Rocky Arciano. That is an unfortunate name, unless that was something you were purposely trying to do. It's not Rocky Marciano, the very famous boxer who was undefeated. It's Rocky Arciano. Told NFL Network that Pro Bowl running back Ezekiel Elliott tested positive but is feeling good. And that's some of the Houston Texans have also tested positive. You know, and it says it's not clear how the players contracted the virus. To my knowledge, they're not going through full team workouts and shit, but the NFL has allowed players like who needed a rehab from injuries like back into the facility. Facility. Remember Jim Carrey and Cable Guy?
Yeah.
Facility. So since this is brought up, here's my thoughts on this. I think this is going to happen with most athletes. You're healthy and you're young. To me, this is worth the risk of it, where it's just like me personally having had it, like I think you're fine with it. It's like a 3 to 4 day thing, and then that's it. And I don't mean to sound cavalier and shitty about it, but there is millions of dollars on the line, and this was a debate over the weekend in the NBA as well, where a few of the players voiced like, "Oh man, I could get sick" or whatever, and some players were like, "Hey man, we're not as rich as you, and we need to make this money."
Yeah.
Because if the season's canceled, we're not making any fucking money. So let's let people risk and decide for themselves. The only problem with this is if it turns out to be a lot of people, man, none of these big sports are back yet. NHL hasn't come back yet. NBA has not come back yet, and they're on the fence. And they've been having different talks about not only the coronavirus, but because of the riots going on, and the NBA is predominantly black. They're like, hey, some players, Kyrie Irving was the one who's leading this charge, says we should sit out the season and just take a stand. I wonder if more of these cases start popping up, if they'll start to nuke one of these sports. I certainly hope not, but we'll see what happens here.
Yes.
But Craigers, you were right, man. Look at
Logan Lapuente. I don't know. I like it. Whatever it is. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I like it.
David Wagner's in here.
We got we got a Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna.
We have not Rihanna.
Oh.
Rihanna.
Okay.
And a Brittany, I think, or were people just calling Brittany's
they were here.
name?
Daniel
We have an
K.
Anne Frank. We don't know if it's, hey, Brittany, what up? We don't have a, we're not sure if Anne Frank is actually a guy or a girl. So.
Yeah.
Not sure. But anyways, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times were had. We appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully this jump starts your week. We'll be here with you at the nooner hour, live on YouTube. And then the audio show, as always, will go up right afterwards and is available everywhere on iTunes, Spotify, and the likes. Please go to iTunes and rate the show a 5-star and give a quick review. It helps move us up the charts. We greatly appreciate it. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.